Hello, YouTube. Come and join me today. Okay. Trying to break my chat out. Come on, chat. Break out. Hey, Stefan. Hey, Jamie. Hang on just a second. I'm trying to break my chat out. This thing is Come on. There we go. Finally got it. How y'all doing today? Come on, damn it. Get over there. Well, this thing is just wanting to be just a pain in the butt today. How y'all doing? Hang on here. God. Hang on. Good Lord. I can't believe this damn thing is giving me this much trouble. Unbelievable. I got to do this chat all over again. Hang on. There it's starting to show. Come on, chat. Break out. There we go. Trying to get my chat over in the StreamYard, and I'm having just a fun time getting it over there, but I think I got it. Hey, JM, how you doing there, brother? There we go. Finally got it up there. Jimmy Christmas. What a fun time. You want to come up, JM? How you doing there, Stefan? Good, good, good. Now I finally got this daggum chat so I can actually see it. So he's still going over there. Good Lord, that's why I left early. I leave about 4 so I can get set up and stuff like that. And I went off and left my notes at work, so I can't do what I wanted to do today. But that's okay. I'll do it next week. So there's a link for you there, JM, if you want to come up, or Stefan, or even Jamie, if you want to come up. You don't have to show yourself. I had a pretty good information I want to talk about on the my show, but I left my notes at work, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to try and go off my memory, so there's too much. Oh, I tell you what, I'm glad rain came in here this week and melted off a lot of the snow. We still have piles of it around the airport, but it's hey, Stefan. Are you there, Stefan?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. I couldn't hear you. I'm like, oh, Stefan's here.
I'm sitting here with 2 dogs and a cat.
Are they fighting over the cat or anything like that? They get along?
Oh, they get along. Oh, I'm getting that delay again. But
You getting a lot of lag? Is that what you're saying?
lag, yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
Concert time. Yeah, Sal was on a roll today. He was doing pretty good there.
Sorry about that.
Good to see you. Yeah, he was on a roll today. I couldn't stay as long as I wanted to, so I kind of gave up a little bit. I left about 4 so I could kind of get ready, and I was going looking for my notes. And what I do, I left the notes that I worked yesterday, so I left them at work because I was doing some research yesterday at work. Glad you could come there, Lucky Star. Where you, you muted yourself? There you go, Steph.
Wonder if I turn off my Bluetooth.
Well, that could have something to do with it. I think Jamie. I don't know if Jamie's going to come up or not, but I invited him up, and then I think JM will be. He'll be back. I think JM is still with. Good. Yeah, good to hear you too, Lucky Star. Good to see you. I think JM's still over there with Sal. I mean, 2 hours. 2 hours is a long time to hang with him over there. Hey, Eagle Steve, great to see you. Glad you could come. Thank you for coming. Stefan, did you hear about Gates buying 2,500 more acres of farmland up in North Dakota?
No, didn't.
That happened this week or last week. I heard about it this week. I don't know exactly the time he bought it, but yeah, he bought another 2,500 acres. He is the largest farm landholder in the United States. You like eating bugs? Uh-oh, there he goes. Yeah, Mark, you're right. He is a crook. Glad you could make it, Mark. And Stefan disappeared. He must be having troubles with his too much echo. He must be having trouble with his internet. Because when you come up here, Stefan, you have to turn off YouTube the sound. Yeah, that's true, Eagle Steve. I think that's what he's planning. Yeah, that Stefan, when you come up here, you have to go to YouTube and mute YouTube and come back to StreamYard. And it'll stop that echoing, because right now I got YouTube open and I've got StreamYard open, but YouTube is I got it on mute because it'd do the same thing if I had the sound coming, because there's a on StreamYard, when you stream off of StreamYard, you have a delay and it goes to YouTube that way. And it makes a big bunch of noise. Hey, Snakebite, glad you're here. Oh, he's on a smartphone. Okay. Yeah, you may have to open up or mute and then go to my link is on StreamYard. So if you mute YouTube, you won't get that echo because you're actually opening up another leg when you go follow the link up, because you're actually, that's a StreamYard link. You don't see volume control. You don't have a mute button on that phone, or what on when you're See, I'm on a desktop, so I've listened to YouTube on my cell phone, but I've never tried to do anything at Lucky. Yeah, that's right, Lucky. Hey, Coins, how you doing? Thank you. Good to see you. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You're more than welcome to come and give me a thumbs up, brother, and hit me if you're not subbed to me, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's much better on a desktop when you're doing this. And I'm still trying to figure out, I downloaded some new software for I can split. I'm going to split my screens so I can have my microscope on one part of the screen. I still haven't got it mastered yet, but I'm still working on it so I can so I can show coins with underneath the microscope, and y'all can see it and I can see it, and it'll be on my screen. All right, are you going to try that again, Stefan?
I turned the volume down.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I got the volume down on my phone itself. That seems to be working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that echo's crazy. When I first got on the YouTube and StreamYard trying to do my first, because when you open up a chat or live stream, you have to, I didn't know what I was doing. It took me a while to get out to get this and stuff like that, to figure out how to do it. So it was quite interesting. Snakebite says he's got his first Morgan coming in tomorrow. Looking forward to the date I will receive. What year, Snakebite?
Let's see.
So you're not echoing now, Stefan?
I'm hoping. Oh, it's still or anything I say, I hear it again like 10 seconds later.
Yeah, you got it turned down, but you're still getting that echo coming in from on StreamYard and YouTube, because what you're doing, you're hearing YouTube. I mean, you're hearing StreamYard like what I'm talking, and then it goes into the YouTube part of it, and that's why you're getting that echo. Did 79 stay over there?
Professional help.
Do what? Did 79 stay over on Sal's channel? Oh, you're there. Oh, you went off. Okay. There you go. Are you still there, Stefan? Nope. Okay. Well, Coin, Sense, and Nonsense, thank you for coming by, and thank you for coming. Eagle Steve, no, 79 left early in the stream. Yeah, she was there when I left at 4, and I was kind of curious if she was stayed in there. Did anybody see 79's new little short short video that she gave? You can come back up, Stephanie. You want? Here's the link again. Okay. We got 9 watching. I was like, okay, waiting around a little bit. Maybe a few more will show up. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. And so I've got a little. Okay, Stefan, no problem. You know, I've got a little saying here to show respect for women. And I want all of you ladies in there, please don't take any. But when a woman is wearing a bikini, women reveal about 90% of their body. But men are gentlemen and they are polite, so they only look at the covered parts. Did y'all know that? Way to go, Mark. Way to go. That's right, Stephen. We men got to be polite. We only look at the covered parts, you know. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Steve. Eagle Steve. My day, Lucky Star, it went really good. I was pretty tired. Had a long week, and it was cold. And hey, 710, thanks for coming over. Hit that thumbs up and hit a sub while you're at it, if you don't mind. And but yeah, it was quite a week. Cold and wet, snow, you name it. So it was quite the week. Thank you for coming up. So I think JM will be over here after because he helps out Sal on the going through his game. Thank you, 710. I appreciate it. Oh, great. Okay, thank you. That is really cool. I'm going to go over my notes of what I can remember. Some stuff I wanted to bring out. Let me get my notes here. I was going to ask it. How many of y'all know, being that the government has not balanced or increased the debt ceiling, how the government is working right now, where they're getting their money to work? Does anybody know, or everybody, do you realize that what the government did, because they couldn't borrow any more money, they went into the post office retirement, and there you go, Lucky Star. They went into the post office and took the post office employees' retirement funds. They also went in and took government employees' retirement funds. And there is another entity that they took hey, Silver Wolverine. They're not, they're taking these funds and they say they're borrowing them. Can you imagine loaning the government money out of your retirement and not even being asked if it was okay? You want to come up, Silver Wolverine? You can come up and talk. You don't have to show yourself. The link's right up the top. Just about ready to go over. Come on up, Wolverine. I'll put the link back up in there. You can come up in there, shoot the breeze. Yeah, did y'all know that that's how the government's, I tried to, oh, the echoes, yeah. Did y'all know that that's what the government is spending right now, is people's retirements right now, the postal employees, government employees, their retirements, and that's what money they've gotten to run the government? Nobody, yeah. You got 2.5 years to go to Snakebite? Okay, no problem. Yes, Lucky Star says they'll pay it back. You know, Stefan, that's pretty good. Yeah, I feel that those free government loans like that they're getting is really nice for them, you know. I was going to say, Wolverine, if they pass, the Fed passes another rate hike, the government will be barely able to pay the interest on that $31 trillion they got borrowed. Yeah, Snakebite, it does take a long time, don't it? Are you a postman, Snakebite? Electrical business, okay. So are you in like sales? You sell electrical parts like copper wire and so forth like that, Snakebite? You know, Stefan, there's a lot of people like that will be like that they don't want you to retire and get money, you know. Eagle Steve, there you go. That's funny. That is funny. Trucking's in my blood. There you go. I tell you, people don't realize. Wow, that's good, Snakebite. People don't realize that you know what the government's doing is just absolutely wrong. Taking these people's retirement was out there okay and just taking it like that. That shows you how desperate they are. So Silver Wolverine will have to do a guest appearance. Maybe we'll do a Saturday or something like that. Hey Hoosier, thank you for coming by. We'll have to do a special guest with Silver Wolverine, and we'll get a subject to go. Glad you could come. Oh, maybe he's gone. Yeah, thank you. Smash that thumbs up. I need all the help I can get. I'm sitting here sucking down a drink, so we're having an adult evening. So Snakebite, I wanted to ask you, you're talking about millions of sales of, would you say copper wire has doubled in price in the last couple of years? You know, Stephan, you're right. There's two of them. That's right, Snakebite. There's two in Portland shutting down. I saw today that Walmart's closing 3 or 2 in Chicago. What's this button do? After you push it, I'll let you know. Wow. Yeah, when you get into the pure copper wire, like a 6-aught or 2-aught, that stuff gets expensive. I was going to ask Snakebite, the wire that you're getting in, is it coming here from the United States or is it actually coming in from China? There you go. So that's house wire. Okay. I'm thinking multi-strand for running the heavy gauge wire for automobiles and trucks and stuff like that. Rocky went right over. There you go, Lucky Star. Oh, it depends. I watched a video today, Snakebite, and the company here in Portland that makes Warren winches are making their winches in China now. And Warren Winch was, I think, the last one that I know that was making their winches here in the United States. And now they're starting to make them in China. I just couldn't believe. It's sad that they're doing that. I deal in wire up to 5. Oh, okay. So Snakebite, wire that is pure. Is there much wire that is bought nowadays as pure copper? Or are they going the copper coated aluminum? Yeah, that's right. I'm a firm believer in Warren winches. I've got 2 of them, but the new ones I couldn't believe was made in China. I was like, what? Because their plant is not too far from me. Yeah. Yeah, they everybody's buying those Harbor Freight winches, and I guess they're pretty good. I'm still sticking with Warren, but they're not Chinese. Mine are older. Because I got on my Ford truck, diesel truck, I got a Warren winch, and on my car trailer. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Snakebite that. Okay, application. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. She may show up. It's only at 5:26 today. She might show up. She's not very good about being on time. Did Hoosier did Sal finally shut his stream down? He's still, oh, good Lord. He's on at 5:30. What's he trying to do? Get a bunch of, is he going for 300 likes? Is that what he's doing? He's a chick magnet. I know he is a, what you would call the scammer magnet, that's for sure. Yep. That's what he likes. He likes the 300 likes. Yeah, I don't either, Steve. I try and buy American if I can, even if I have to pay more. Like parts, I believe it or not, I try not to get anything from China. But it's really hard to buy boards and stuff like that because there's always a chip on that board that's made in China. And that stuff, their quality control sucks. He's a gigolo? Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the wires and stuff like that, and every now and then I have to make some cables, and I have to use special wire. It cannot be, got to be a certain wound. There's got to be a certain copper, no aluminum wire, all copper. Multi-strand. No, I don't use any aluminum wire, Snakebite. It's all nice. I tell you what, I feel like copper is going to be the next metal that goes through the roof. We'll see if that works. That is for sure. Yeah, those women really like playing that bingo. Man, they love it. Yeah, it does, Stefan. I like copper bars. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, Snakebite, I can't believe how bad copper's getting. And you watch, China owns 93% of the world's copper. And you watch, the copper is going to be the next one that goes out of sight. Titanium? Wow. I didn't know they were making titanium bars. Oh, that's why he's he's still got everybody enthralled over there. That's why I come on at 5 o'clock, because I didn't want to interfere with his stream. And so I'm sitting here drinking. Got to get my drink down. Lucky Star, that's funny. Thank you, Stefan. A titanium rod, yeah, that's there you got. I know they make titanium rods. Did he say anything, Stefan, about you coming over here? That, hey, I'm going to shut it down? I'm going to have to shoot him an email. Okay. Well, I've been on here for 31 minutes. Yes, Stefan, please do. I just wait. There you go. You weigh more? Yeah, Lucky Star, you do. Yeah, let you get, yep. Because I sent him an email when I first started getting my channel back up and going that I was doing it after he stopped. And I would appreciate if he'd stop at 5 o'clock. I'll have to send him another email. Eagle Stevie may be. Oh, Lord. That's funny. Yeah, he might be. I'm going to go back through my notes here. I was going to bring something else. Let's see if I can get my... That's really a shame. I had all that work put in that... all that information about what I wanted to do. Well, I'm not seeing much on my notes here, so. It's really a shame that I left all that food, good old information food at the shop. So I was going to do a little stream here on 80 degrees. I don't want to hear that. Wow, that's pretty expensive stuff. $12.60 a foot. Snake bite. Yeah, it rained all day. It's like in the high 30s, like 38, 39 here. No, I can't. If I move back, Mark, it's going to be to Dallas. I got to go back home. I'll have to come down and visit you. That's riding weather. Wow, 38 degrees in Wisconsin. That's crazy. Hey, looky there, Brittany. Hey, Brittany, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, all that information is and I was going to bring up bankruptcies and stuff like that, and y'all probably don't watch that kind of stuff, but a January bankruptcy of 2023 is the highest since 2010. I don't know if y'all knew about that, but yeah, it's getting high. So, Brittany, thank you for coming in. It's so good to see you. Well, thank you. You caught me live. Come back next Sunday at 5, and I'm gonna have a pretty good one on the. I'll finish my because I got one on the banking industry next week and some stuff that people needs to know about, and so I'll finish it up next Sunday. So it'll be worth coming back for. Yeah, there you go, Mark. Yeah. Did y'all know that Biden is still selling off our oil reserves? He's still doing it as of February 17th. Hey, Brian and Twins, thank you for coming in. There you go. I can't believe that he's still doing that. And he's trying to keep the gas prices down that way to fool everybody. That's why they're down. Brittany, will you be in Ida's channel in the morning? She starts. She starts at my time's 4:30 in the morning, Brittany, and so that would be like 6:30 your time is when she starts. So, because that's I got to get in. Hey JD, thank you for coming. That's when oh, okay. All right, Brittany. Well, if you make it, I'm gonna go in her stream tomorrow, and right off because I got to get to work early, and I'll be in there about 4:30, which would be my time. So do you want Brittany? You want to come up for a little bit? I'll put a link up there so you can come up and chat. You don't have to show yourself. Thank you for coming, Brian and the twins. Please hit that like button. No, I wish. Okay, that's fine, Brittany. You're more welcome to come up. Yes, he is, Eagle Steve, and he's doing it deliberately. And I don't think it's so much Joe. I think it's his. I think Obama's running this country underneath in behind the curtain. You know. Yeah, that's that is really something to look at. That what's going on. I try and be really careful what I say because I don't want my channel to get a strike. A friend of mine got a channel and he's on a 7th strike, and they had him out for a month. So, and it's for something that was like 2 years old on a video that video that he did 2 years ago. So he's been gone for a while. They made him they punished him. So I don't want to get punished. That's for sure. Yep. Joe Puppet is right, Hoosier. That's exactly right. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, thank you, Brittany, for coming in. I know you're 2 hours ahead of me. Yep, there you go, Eagle Steve. Yeah, Brittany, that's for sure. I appreciate you coming, and I know that you're 2 hours ahead of me, so it's nearly 8 o'clock there. So thank you so much for coming, and maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll definitely shoot you an email, and and next Sunday, 5 o'clock, I'll be here. Looks like I've lost a few people. I was looking at how many's here. Yeah, there's almost 9 here. There was a few people more than that was here earlier, but I think they left. And next weekend, I will have giveaways, and we'll have a good show next Sunday. I've got we're going to look for my son, Silver Wrench, and make sure that he doesn't say anything or do anything. Yeah, it really is. They're I'll shoot you an email, Brittany. We can actually talk on the phone. I'll send you my phone number, Brittany, and we can chat. That's for sure. I think I got your phone number. So, but yeah, yeah, that's right, Mark. That is so right. Hey there, Mike. How you doing? Thank you for coming. Well, it must be Salivating Metal must be over with. Thank you very much, Beto. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, the Raiders are coming. I guess Sal shut his stream down finally, huh? Yeah, they're trying to. They're chipping away. Okay. Thank you, Brittany. I'll I'll definitely shoot you a email and we'll do a chat. And you're more than welcome to come out and plan on like next Sunday or something like that. We can come up and be in a channel. Hey, JM, thank you, sir. So there you go. That's good. That's good. Thank you for coming, JM. Yeah, he must have got his, yeah. Well, thank you, Beto. I appreciate it. We're going to have a next Sunday at 5 o'clock. I'll have a better curriculum. I got some stuff I want to talk about the banking system and how to protect yourself. And I'll give out links and stuff like that so y'all can do your own research. So let's vote for Fetterman so he can kick. Yeah, Mark, there you go. You want to come up, JM? I'll put a link up here. We'll chat. Thank you, Beto. I have giveaways and stuff like that on my stream, and next week I'll do some more giveaways, and I think I'll have some kind of interesting stuff to give away, and then talk about the banking system and stuff and how to protect your retirements and stuff like that, or what to look for, and so you can do that. But so JM is Sal done? You got me all wound up and logged. Yeah, sorry about that, Snake Bite. Yeah, we all got to get wound up, you know? Hey, JM. How you doing there, brother?
Doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Doing very good. I'm sitting here sucking down a cocktail and just kind of, I left my notes at work yesterday. When I was at work, I had a pretty good little stream I was going to do about banking, and then I went off and left my notes. I'm like, doggone it. I'll do it next week. So
good subject, though.
Yeah, it's stuff that we need to know about because nobody's talking about it. Not even Sal or anybody else is talking about it because I think they're afraid to get a strike. But if I get a strike, oh well. Hopefully they don't take it down. But well, I'll be really delicate how I say this. You know what I mean?
Yep. And hi to Jamie, Lucky Star, Mark B, Snakebite, Hoosier, Stephen, Brittany's, Beto, everybody. Eagle Steve. Good to see you.
I'm going to shoot you an email, JM Unleashed. I've been trying to figure out, maybe you can, I don't know if you've ever done, hooking up a microscope to my StreamYard. Have you ever done that?
I've not, but I have hooked up an auxiliary camera, so you can kind of have both.
Okay.
But I'm definitely not professional at it. I would strongly recommend send that email to Hoosier. I think Hoosier's probably the most technically inclined that I know for that. Because
I downloaded the software, but I'm having issues because I got a pretty good camera that takes pictures of coins and stuff like that, and so I want to be able to click on it and bring it up so I can show off coins that I found, like these errors that I've been finding.
Yep. Are you familiar with Nick Molnar?
I am not.
Nick Molnar. Yeah, so Hoosier says he can help. I know Nick Molnar is actually a photographer. He's here in Canada, professional photographer, but he also has a pretty decent channel for coins and collectibles. But Hoosier said he can help you. I think that's probably, you know him, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll send Hoosier a email, and maybe I can chat with this guy. How's that, Hoosier? You want to come up, Hoosier, and chat?
That's a good idea too, because
you can come up, Hoosier.
I went through a can of club soda and about a quart of tea during Sal's live stream, and I didn't get my pee break or refill break yet.
Oh no!
So I'm still okay for a bit, but yeah, it'd be nice if maybe Hoosier came up or someone else too.
Yeah, he's more than welcome. Hey, Sergeant Gold, thank you for coming. We're doing pretty good. Hoosier, do you want to come up?
Yeah, and he's saying you may get lucky, you just be able to plug it in, and it'll be like plug and play.
Well, I tried that, and it's not letting me. And I even downloaded some software to try and get it to work, and it's not working. And so, if you want to come up, Hoosier, there's a link. It's not. I haven't had any luck with it trying to figure out how to get it on the StreamYard. I mean, I can get it brought up, and so I'm like, okay, maybe I need to try and get a different software. So,
did you go into settings and all of that in StreamYard?
Well, I thought I did, but I don't know. Hey, Hoosier, that's a good-looking coin there.
Yes, it is. How's everyone doing?
We're doing good. Glad you came up, brother.
You're quite welcome. Yeah, I can help you out with that, but if you're, like I said in chat, you might get lucky and your camera, you just plug it into your computer, it'll automatically detect and load up whatever's necessary, and then if you're lucky, it will automatically just show up as a video input or a video source inside of StreamYards, and you're off to the races.
You know what I'll do? I think I will unload the software and take everything off and then reload it on there and see if it'll do that.
Yeah. I know a lot of times, you'll have software available from whoever made that device or whatever, but sometimes you don't necessarily need that software for it to work.
Oh, okay.
That's one of those things you won't know. That's one of those things you won't know until you plug it in.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll do away with it, because I've been going through the new Betsy Coleman quarters, and I found a few of the errors, like on the back, on the initials where it's double E's. It's not a DDR. They call it incursed or incused. Rather. Incused errors. And so I found those, and they're pretty cool. So
yeah, it'd be nice to be able to show that with the microscopic camera.
Yeah, that's exactly. And that's what I've been trying to do. And because I have found that I've got some other ones that I've found on some prior ones, and I haven't seen anybody say anything about. I think it was I'll have to go back through my errors, but the Amy Wong, I think her name was, or the Wong quarters, on the front of it, the "In God We Trust," the I and the T is not showing on the front of it. So it was a weak strike from the P Mint. So it says not even "in trust," it says in rust.
In rust, yeah, I've heard about those.
So it's just like, I wanted to show those, but I'm trying to get my camera showed up. So it'd be really cool to get that. So
that's right, Jamie Foxx, Benji's, baby.
Yeah, I like Benji's. Yep,
I like
Benji's. Have y'all bought? Did anybody buy any gold or silver while it's been down?
I got a 10-ounce silver bar last Monday.
Nice. There you go.
But
I picked up about 350 face of Constitutional last weekend.
Wow, you found 350 face value? That's hard to find.
So
that's a big purchase.
It is. That's really good. I'm lucky if I can get a roll of quarters and maybe a roll of dimes or something like that on Constitutional.
You know what's funny about that is it used to be a whole lot easier to rack up the Constitutional, but I've noticed here, at least with my LCS here near me here in Clarksville, Indiana, that it's getting harder to find Constitutional.
It really is getting harder. Snakebite said he bought 64 ounces last week. I'm assuming he's talking about silver.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much.
Bought a silver ounce bar. There you go.
Yeah, and the hardcore preppers typically prefer Constitutional. So I can see, a lot of people just getting Constitutional first and then stacking the bullion after.
Yeah, exactly.
First thing, if they do run into a situation where they need to sell, it'll be the bullion that they sell first. It won't be the Constitutional, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's basically why I started focusing on this year, JM, is I've been focusing on Constitutional for about 2 years now, but this year I'm also including gold. I'm actually trying. I put a video out. I think I did, maybe not, but I'm trying to give myself a commitment to do 10 grams of gold every month, and I missed February. I got January and I got November. So far as every other month, I'm trying to realign my finances where I can start doing it monthly. But life happens, right? So
it's tough. Everything's expensive.
Don't break the bank.
Right, exactly. Are y'all aware? I was talking about this earlier about the government because they haven't reached the debt ceiling yet, and they extended it or overdid it. Well, the money for what the government did is they went in and robbed the retirement of the post office and the federal employees and another entity of the U.S. government, and that's what they're running at. But they're going to run out of money in June if it's not worked out.
I just don't understand how we can continue as a sovereign nation, continue to put ourselves deeper and deeper into the hole, because it's just going to make things more and more expensive, and our dollar's going to be less and less worth anything. And then someone's going to come through and scoop up the country, aka China, and then we're not going to own anything.
Exactly. I am a prepper and I am a stacker, and I prep to stack and I stack to prep. So that's what I am. That's what I expect in my lifetime. Well, Hoosier, I agree with you. And one thing I've been watching really is fuel, gas and diesel fuel. If you can figure out a way to store gas and fuel, and I'm not telling you to do it, but if you can figure out, because I feel like it's going to get to the point, because Biden is still selling our strategic oil reserves on the market. And it is trying to keep the market down as far as cost on oil. Well, when it gets down so low, he won't be able to do that anymore. And it's going to make our oil and gas go through the roof.
Yeah.
And I was even thinking motor oil. 'Cause, like, when I go to get an oil change now, it seems that the cost of that is doubled. And a big chunk of that is the actual oil that they dump in the car.
Good night, Stephen.
You're right, JM. And I tell you what, JM, what I've been doing is like diesel oil, which is 1040 brand. I run Dello, but it's really hard to get 1040 for diesel, because I've been trying to stack it up as much as I can, so I'll have it, because it's going to get to the point where you probably won't be able to buy it.
Well, this is my conspiracy brain kicking into gear here on this one. They want electric vehicles.
Yep, they do.
They want us to move away from combustion engines and oil and gas and all that stuff. So what is going to happen is similar to what they did with cigarettes. They're going to tax the hell out of the cigarettes, or they're going to tax the hell out of whatever, to try to make it so unaffordable to own a combustion engine vehicle that you're not going to have a choice but get an EV, because that's the only thing you'll be able to afford. That is the writing on the wall, in my opinion.
I agree with you, Hoosier. And with that, And the sad thing of it is that our country, the United States, is not able to sustain electric cars. I have nothing wrong with being clean air and all that kind of stuff, but we're not ready for it. It's kind of like putting a cart before the horse, you know?
Yeah, the infrastructure's not there.
Exactly.
In addition to that, something like 70% of the electricity that's generated is derived from
Coal.
That's exactly
Hello.
right.
So-
Yeah, exactly.
It's still polluting, but like I could still see it being sold or pitched to say, look, well, it's going to reduce the emissions in downtown areas, that are heavily polluted already. Fair enough, but it doesn't, not for the whole country, because it's still emitting those emissions just somewhere else in the country.
You're basically just moving the energy source up the chain. That's basically what you're doing. It's like daylight savings time. You're just taking away an hour away at the end of the day, or vice versa. There's no tremendous gain out of doing that, and it's the same situation with moving, going all electrified. You're just moving the energy sources up the chain to a more central point, aka coal. And then, so what are you really gaining in regards to improving the environment pollution wise? Yeah, you're right. In the metro area, I think it would be tremendous, but for the rest of the country, are we going to see a difference? No, probably not.
No, and look at the like all of our transportation of trucks, diesel trucks, and then moving our product around the country. There is no way that they're even ready for diesel to transport our goods to groceries and to grocery stores and so forth like that. There is no way they're ready for that,
Well, as far as like gathering inventory of gasoline, my understanding is gasoline stays good for approximately 3 to 6 months, typically, and then you might need an oil stabilizer, but the diesel can last years without going back.
It can. Now, one thing you can do, JM, is gasoline, if you get what they call non-ethanol fuel.
Yep.
That's what you want, and you put stabilizer. You can keep it a year and a half, and it'll still be good.
But it's tough to find non-ethanol. Like almost everything is at least 5 or 10% ethanol.
Do you want me to tell you how to take the alcohol out of gas?
I thought ethanol was from corn, but yeah, tell me.
It is.
You evaporate it. You evaporate it out?
Actually, no. And it may sound crazy what I'm fixing to tell you, but I do this because ethanol around here is hard to get to, and non-ethanol. You can take ethanol gasoline, just take a half a gallon and try this, and put a cup of water in the gasoline. Now, what'll happen is the ethanol in the gasoline will absorb the water and mix and sink to the bottom, and where you can dip the gas out, and it'll be pure gas.
Huh. I actually saw and heard a clip about that from a bush pilot. These guys that fly what do they call them? The Beaver, the little airplanes into the bush, and sometimes they have to refuel with fuel that's old or has water in it. And it was about draining the bottom out.
Yep, exactly. And I have done that so many times to save fuel that's got water in it. And you can do that with diesel fuel, and you can do that with gas. And so you just got to be aware of your surroundings. I have a 55-gallon drum of it's clear, and I can fill it up with like 25 gallons of gas, and then put a gallon of water in it, and all that ethanol will go down to the bottom. And I don't suck it out. I just take a pitcher and be really careful and sit it out, and it'll you can dip it out. It'll stay down there.
How can you tell when you switch from water to gasoline when you're draining it?
Hoosier, you can if there's when the ethanol and the waters get together, it's really cloudy. There's no mistaking the difference.
Oh, okay.
It's good to know. Because the gasoline is really clear, and you see it, and it goes down, and the ethanol, it just becomes a cloud.
Oh, okay, cool. Didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
you can see, because I do not run any ethanol fuel in any of my lawn equipment, in like a tractor or anything else like that.
Yeah. And you're not supposed to.
Exactly.
The closest I can get to is there's gas stations here that have 94 octane coming out of the pumps. And so that's what I've done up until now. But I don't know. You're right. It does seem scary to put water into your gasoline.
I know I can see you were like, that's why I said just start out with a small amount with ethanol fuel and just pour a cup of water in it, and you'll see it. It takes, it may take a couple hours for it to separate, but you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but it works.
It's a great idea.
I remember. Whoa, was that me or you guys?
I think it's JM.
Probably me. Is it resolved?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
yeah, well, I think it was JM.
I remember many years ago where I used to live. They built a ethanol plant. And I remember driving past that because I used to drive past that every day going to work when I lived in central Indiana. And every day I would drive past that thing. And the only thing I can think of the entire time while I'm watching that thing getting closer and closer to me as I'm getting onto the interstate and whatnot is it looks just like a steel that you would see back in the backwoods of Tennessee. It does. If you think about how they're built, it's basically a steel.
That's exactly. You can actually take and run a car off of straight mineral. Like when you're doing distillery like that, you have to keep it from, like our engines now have what they call forged pistons in them, so you can't run really hot gas in it, the high octane. So what you have to do is you'd have to put like transmission fluid or not gas, but oil in it to tame it down a little bit. And so you can run it off of straight that but it's hot. It's really hot. It'll burn holes in your pistons.
Yeah, I remember supporting a go-kart race, and they were using ethanol primarily for their fuel source. And I remember one of the go-karts wrecking and everyone rushing, and then everyone's like, "Get back because it's ethanol. You can't see it. If that vehicle's on fire, you can't see the flames."
Right. Yep, that's right. That's exactly right. Point. Yeah, it will work. I could tell you some other ways, but of different ways to do different kinds of fuels, but I'm really hesitant to say much about how to run other kind of fuels, but I don't want anybody to do something that they might not be used to doing. I'm a mechanic, exactly. So I'm used to doing this kind of stuff.
Exactly. So
my cousin was pretty hot with on the whole biodiesel idea a couple of years ago. He was thinking it was a great idea.
Biodiesel is really, really good. The problem with biodiesel is, like, if you go to a restaurant and get their oil,
yep,
the only thing that you have to make sure of is that you have to go down and filter it out really, really confined, because like a diesel, the injectors are really, really small that inject the fuel into the cylinders.
So it'll clog it.
Yeah, you have now. My truck goes all the way down to 2 microns. Now, 2 microns is about the size of a hair. And you may have to go less than that on a diesel truck if you're running biodiesel. And you have to change the filters a lot. Because they don't filter it out. I mean, people that make biodiesel have to be really careful of that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm all for doing that. So I've heard about people making it, but I've never made it.
I know people will harvest used cooking oil for that same reason.
Yep, that's exactly what they're using, is cooking oil. So it will work. Convert a gas fire and run it on wood. There you go, Eagle Steve. Well, Toyota is going to be releasing an engine that may put electric cars out of business, because they're coming up with a hydrogen engine for one of their Toyotas. I don't know if people know that,
Nice.
but they're fixing to release it.
I mean, they've been trying to get hydrogen engines to go bed long before EVs. I mean, we're talking 80s.
Yep, exactly. Well, Toyota has got an engine that is hydrogen, and you take these cartridges with fuel hydrogen and you slide it in. It's got 3 cartridges in the engine, and it goes in, and when you need it, you can take the cartridges out and fill up the cartridge and put it back in. It's
what's the distance on the cartridge? Do you know?
That I do not know. That's one thing they didn't reveal. So it'll be interesting. Hydrogen will be way better than electricity. I agree with you, Eagle Steve.
Yep.
That's. Oh, you have heard about that, Eagle Steve? Not too many people talk about it, but I think hydrogen will be the future, because everybody's talking about all these batteries and lithium and stuff like that. If once they get hydrogen, people will leave. They will leave the electric engines behind, the gas battery or the battery powered ones.
Yeah,
they have no range.
They were saying the same thing, saying the exact same thing about hydrogen back in the 80s too, and then I have a feeling big oil got in the way.
Yep.
For sure.
There was, who's your? Have you heard of Stanley Myers? Have you ever heard of him?
No, I haven't.
Stanley Myers back in the 80s developed an engine that would run off of water, and the engine, what he had set up, would convert the water to hydrogen, and the engine would run off of what it converted. Now, he was fixing to bring this engine to the market, and I feel he was poisoned, but he died at a restaurant, and they feel like he was poisoned. So
I think I've heard that story before.
Yeah, look up Stanley Myers. It's on the internet, and it was all that information that he had, how to convert it over, is gone. Nobody knows where it is, and which is sad.
Yeah,
imagine that.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine? The oil companies don't want to hear about that. Neither do the car manufacturers.
Yeah, you would think. I just don't understand that. Well, I know exactly what it's about. It's about the dollar. I mean, they don't want.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You're threatening someone's money. That's when people get pretty devious about stuff to not impact their money.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
I heard there was even limitations on patents for many different, what would you call it, alternative energy, or what they call, in quotes, free energy sources. You can't get patents for them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
No,
they don't want that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Eagle Steve, they probably were the CIA, because they surely didn't want him to bring that motor to that engine, or how to convert water to hydrogen. I don't know how he did it. I've done the research on that, and it only goes up to a certain point. And I'm not a scientist. I'm a mechanic, so I was kind of lost after a certain point. And I have a CD that was somewhat how he did it, but don't tell you how to do it. So it would be nice to have that. I mean, you talk about hydrogen does not pollute at all.
Nope,
just water,
steam.
Yep, exactly. So that would be a great story to bring out, and it would Did you know Biden is a part owner? I think he owns 10% of a company in China that makes batteries. Did you know that? Makes sense. Yeah, it really does. That's why he's pushing all his EV stuff. That's right, Eagle Steve. Too many corrupt politicians. Yep, that's right.
Well, you saw, or have you seen where? I can't remember which manufacturer is actually building battery plants in Kentucky.
No, I hadn't seen that.
In Tennessee, near Memphis.
Wow.
They're building battery plants, one near Memphis and one somewhere in Kentucky. And I've also heard that they're planning on building something a plant somewhere around Michigan, but I don't know all the details.
Wow. Hey, Nickel, how you doing? Thank you for coming, sir. Hit that like button.
Nickel Stacking's a fellow Hoosier.
Is he a fellow Hoosier?
Yes, he is.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We're sitting here just chatting around. As a matter of fact, I've been on here about an hour, and I'm thinking about shutting it down. Mr. Sal took a lot of my time, so I'll have to send him a dong in the mail or something, you know.
Deliver a brown paper bag to his front porch.
Exactly.
Well, he had his goal of 300 thumbs up, and he got really darn close. I think it was right around 290.
I think he got to like 7 short or something like that when he shut it down.
Oh, I should have went over and took my thumbs up and took it back.
Yeah, we were talking about that Sal running late a bit ago. I said, "Hang on a second, watch this." I jumped back over there. That's why I asked the question: does anyone have Rocky's link? Because I supposedly he's live, but I don't know his link. Thanks. And then you came back with the link. I'm like, thanks.
Well, and I don't want to step on his
toes. We get more people come over here.
I know he's
after he shut down, I could see, because normally he shuts down about 5, and that's when I kind of go on, and because I know what happens there, and all of a sudden, after he finally shut down around 5:35 or something, all the people started coming over here. And I'm like, right on, he finally shut down.
I'm like, that's funny. That's so funny.
It is.
He's awesome, but it's funny to be able to pick on him a little bit.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, guys, I think I'm going to shut it down for the night. I've been on here for an hour or so, and I want to thank everybody for coming in here. And I'll be back here next Sunday at 5 with a good little rant about banking systems and what's going on with the banks. And we will keep that out there so y'all come back and see me now, and we'll see y'all later. And thank you,
Rocky, I'll try to make it back here next Sunday. I didn't realize you were live every Sunday until here just the last couple of weeks. So,
oh, thank you, Hoosier. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, next week I got some interesting information, and I've been doing some research on it that nobody's talking about, and hopefully that YouTube does not strike me or shut me down. So you know what I mean for that stream.
Yeah, well, we shall see. Well,
everyone that came in here, make sure you're subscribed to Rocky Superstar, because his channel is not the easiest one to find just by searching on YouTube.
Yep,
if you subscribe, you'll find it much easier.
Smash that thumb, ring that bell, because that's why I wasn't getting notified. My bell wasn't turned on for some reason.
There you go.
So have a great week, everyone.
Thank you. Everybody come back and see me. Hey, Jesse, we'll see you next week. Y'all take care.
Take care, Rocky.
Bye. All right, bye.